I've run a Minecraft server for the past 2.5 years, and recently we've started competing in monthly build competitions. So I thought, what better way to display our server's talents than to film the contestants' submissions and show you all just what some of our Zuchii supporters can do. See if you can guess the winner in the comments while you're watching the video. Let's go! This is Kim Pope's tiny theme. Holy smokes, let's have a look. Where do we start here? Where do we start here? Oh my gosh. Tiny biomes and tiny structures as well. Tiny end island. I love it. Tiny oak forest. Tiny birch forest. I really like the way that the fences are here. Yeah, we're good. I really like the way the fences are with the trees to make it look like a like a tiny tree. Tiny flower forest. You've literally done every biome, I think. Tiny deep dark. Yo! Tiny woodland mansion. This is by far my favorite already. Tiny stronghold. Wow. You know what I just thought? Imagine if this whole area was built around an actual stronghold. You could actually have had the blocks here. Okay, I love it. Not bad. Tiny end city. I love that with the floating end ship as well. That is something else. Get your elytra, free elytra. Come get him. A large zombie, because of course you couldn't have a tiny themed build without an 80-foot tall zombie. You know, that's just core fundamentals here, right? That's very, very cool, and thank you very much, Kim, for sharing this with us for your theme of tiny structures and biomes. We've got some tiny trees here, and it looks like some tiny little houses, which has tiny little furnaces in each one as well, which is very, very cool. And I don't think the chests have anything in them, but very, very tiny build, very small build. So looks like this is going to be the well, I assume. They're just like a bit of a water source here, and some fruits and vegetables for the village to eat. A little jungle tree nearby as well. Love to see that. Okay. I don't think this is part of the submission, but you know, in true form, we'll just have a look anyway. I don't think so. I think this is the entirety of the submission. What is that? That is tiny village. Thank you very much, Sad Man Down, for this submission. Meatball says, this is my own creativity. I call it Fraggle Terrace, like Fraggle Rock. As you go through the place, if you dive under trapdoors, it gives you a view of the tiny people who lived here. Don't forget to check in the nether at the end of your tour through the build. Okay, well, we can do that. I like that, like a little sentry tower. I don't think it's hollow. It's not hollow. Little sentry tower. I like that. Very cool. Very cool. I think I'm going the right direction. I'm not sure with tiny builds. They're so small that I lose them. I lose track of where I'm going. A Fraggle Terrace. Okay. Very cool. I mean, we have been invited to have a look on how the how the people may have seen it. I'm not quite sure if they saw it from this angle. Is that meant to be a frog? Is that Mount Fraggle? Is that meant to be a frog? It kind of looks kind of froggy, and I don't want to offend Meatball for 9.5, but it almost looks kind of froggy. It's got froggy-like resemblance with the eyes and maybe a mouth. So I'm not sure if it's not meant to be a frog. I apologize. And if it is meant to be a frog, well done. You done great. It looks exactly like a frog. This build is by let me jump up here real quick. This build is by Chicken Kicker 007, J61734, and SSGT Warhound. Let's have a look. So it's a bit of snow. For those that don't know, this tribute or Spirit Fox is a memento from, or I guess a tribute from my ultra hardcore series, where we've got a winter fox in an icy palace build, I guess you could say. So very cool with that as well. Let's have a look around. Make sure we don't. Oh, get kind of. That's all I hear. I hear skulk in it, and it makes me kind of scared. So it looks like the whole thing is sitting above a, I guess like a floating lush cave, which actually, in true form, Spirit Fox is in my in my current hardcore series. It is sitting above a lush cave, so that's actually very yeah, I guess very true to form there. There's a whole suspended mine shaft, which is actually pretty cool as well. I'm just gonna go inside. J6. It's setting itself off. I cannot. That is actually one of the most headache-inducing things I've ever heard in my life. Paint me like one of your French skeletons. That I'm gonna nickname that headache hallway, because it is just driving me mad. The next build, this is by Resident 2. Resident 2 said this is based on a tutorial or schematic. Thanks for buzzing by. Drop in. Please don't misbehave. The puns concern me. Let's go have a look, shall we? I'll try not to misbehave. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right, cool. We're good. All right, here we go. We are inside a massive beehive right now. We've got some little pods. Presumably this is like B-movie where they have pods that they live in. So everyone lives in their own little pods, and I guess it's just like it's its own little community. I like the use of the frog lights to give us a little bit of ambient color and lighting. Ooh, and an elevator too. Definitely made me feel tiny. Oh look, here's a bee. Here's one. Hey man, do you need to go back inside? This is a build from CZ Sunny 12. Decided to take the tiny theme and interpret it as the player being small. Welcome to the Giants Starter Base. Very cool. So we've got a crafting table. We've got a bookshelf here as well. A furnace, and it's actually got moving fireplaces to make it look like it's cooking as well. Oh, and a bed. I don't want to forget the bed. There's a whole bed over here as well. Wow, you love to see it, huh? Look at that. This thing is huge. So this is our furnace, and then we've got a chest here as well. I am just going to have a quick look, because knowing Courtney, she may have put something inside. No, unfortunately. That's okay, that's okay. No less points for that. I like the floating, the enchanted book. That is very nice. Crafting table and a bookcase. Yes, wow. Love to see it. Well done, Courtney. Thank you for your submission to this one's theme. So I'm very excited to see what we have here. Here we have Earth at a scale of 1 to 12.74 million. In other words, this is Earth if it was 1 meter in diameter. That is astonishing that you were able to calculate the Earth to a scale of 1 to 12.7 million blocks and bring that right down to 1 block. What's the sign of the back say? Go this way to reach this. There is, you know what? There's no way. 11,770. If there's a sun, he made the sun. Here we have the sun at 114 meters wide. One is to 12 million. Oh my gosh! You've actually made the sun. You went through and made the sun on the SMP. That is actually phenomenal. If that distance doesn't make you feel small in this universe, I don't know what will. Oh my gosh, that's got to be one of the most original things I have ever seen. Sean Curtis. This is absolutely amazing, and one of the most eye-opening builds I've actually ever seen. Incorporated an old build into a new one, an ant farm with ants trailing over to one of the old cake build competitions. Oh my gosh, there's ants. Do you want ants? Because that's how you get ants. Looks like we've got some ants inside an ant farm, which I have never seen an ant farm built in Minecraft before. But using buttons as the ants is one of the most original things I think you could have really thought of. And then we've got the trail of ants going here and going all the way along to one of the old cake builders. So this is actually one of the old entries to the build competitions. Was one of the old themes was cake. Very cool, Mads. Love to see it. Thank you for building an ant farm, and actually bonus points for incorporating that into one of the old cake builds as well. That's actually really cool. I love to see it. This one is Loophole TD. Loophole says, I copied a tutorial schematic block for block on this build, but it's a giant cobra to give perspective of the character being tiny. Buildings are not included in the submission, but you are welcome to have a look around. That is actually pretty cool in itself. Continues into inside the build. I like that because it actually brings you through the front doors here. Oh, free leads. Who wants some free leads? And then it leads you into the rest of the build, which actually, coolly enough, has more cobras in here as well. So that's actually pretty cool as well. What block are we looking at here for the eyes? That is a green frog light, but it's actually the corner of a green frog light. Very interesting block because from afar you just see the way that the green kind of cascades down into the corner. It really actually rounds off the eyes, and I like that. It kind of looks almost like a campfire. Alrighty, let's keep going. Thank you, yeah, thank you very much to Loophole TD for that build. Treats for Bloom. Bloom. Who's Bloom? I'm assuming this is Bloom. Squirtle, is this Bloom? Is this well, wait, hey, there's another Bloom over there in the on the mountain. You can what is that Bloom doing? Oh no, I think that Bloom is a little lost, unfortunately. Treats for Bloom. It's chicken and it's bones. So that's actually pretty cool. Bloom's tiny. Oh, Bloom is the dog. Who are you? Bloom's the dog. All right, so we've got a little bit of a. Okay, Bloom, can I? Oh, this is great. This is lovely. You love to see it. Bloom, presumably this is the tiny build, made a tiny version of my base for my dog, Bloom. So for those that don't know, Squirtle Kitty's base is here. It's the white house with the roof that we are looking at right now, and the Squirtle Kitty has made a tiny version for the dog, Bloom. Bloom's tiny, Alfia. You learn something new every day. This is a build by Alex Scott. Honey, I Shrunk the Zuchii Gang. Let's go inside and have a look. This build is based off the home from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I think this is the front door. So let's go through the front door. My man has built a whole kitchen. There's a whole kitchen in here. That's amazing. I think that's Squirtle Kitty's head. And we go through to the lounge room where there's a bookcase and a lounge and a TV. Hey, maybe this is the front door. Oh yeah, I think this is the front door. Okay, let's go upstairs because I feel like we've got something upstairs that we need to see. I like that the door is slightly ajar. Keep in mind that everyone had only a month to build all of this stuff. So this is the product of 30 days 30 days of work that or up to 30 days of work that you're seeing here as well. I love the things turn on and off. I love the laser on top with the copper as well. Very, very cool. I love that there's some zombies inside. Be careful of the zombies, they'll get you. E equals something, and oh, it's a laser going into a person. Okay, all right. It's a diagram. Oh, all right. I get it now. It's a diagram of this thing, the laser shooting a person with the beams. I get it now. Excuse my mind. It's a tiny village made from the smallest customizable block that I could think of. Player heads. It's wildly disproportionate, but still kind of looks like a collection of homes in a forest. That is amazing. Did you design these as well? You made them yourself. Oh my gosh. You made your own player heads just for this build. You guys have blown my mind. I love it though, with the tree with the beehive. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. And that's a blacksmith. I know what that is. That's a blacksmith. And there's a little chest in the roof as well. Oh, a little Easter egg joke there. This build is from Mr. Santa Grinch server mod. Stream mod. Noel says this build is in the overworld from my own creativity. Face north, look down. I'm just being a troll, making a tiny sword with a tiny writing. How small do you feel in a deep hole, closed hole in the ground? A tiny sword with the writing. It's so tiny! Oh my gosh. How did you even do this? Let's go down and have a look. How is this even a thing? What have you done? Oh, they're maps. They're maps with the word tiny. And what is this then? No, can I pick this up? Item frame. But what's in the middle of that? What am I looking at? Is it a map? What is this? You ever like find something in Minecraft and you have no idea what you're looking at? And even when you stare really closely, you still have no idea what you're looking at? How is this a thing? And he even put shading to the side too. He made it like look like it's got shading on it. Very cool, Noel. Thank you for your tiny submission. I feel like the coordinates are wrong. There we go! Success! Hurrah! It's a success! Zuchii typed in the correct coordinates now. Alright. I wanted you to feel small while in the build. Walk into the center. There is a huge courtyard. Will be filled with huge Endermen. You are on a floating land mass. It is based on a heavily modified schematic. It's about 30% done, but it is huge. Let's have a look. So schematics where basically you can get, it's kind of think of it like a jigsaw puzzle. You put the pieces together and it looks like the picture on the box. Schematics are where the player essentially can view the build as a hologram using a mod, and then from there, I guess kind of trace the outline, just trace the builds from there. So it's going to be very interesting to see how you how that looks when it's finished. Absolutely glowing. Look at this. Mr. Spot. So much glow lighting. Very cool, dude. This is a massive build, dude. This is actually absolutely massive. So that was the final submission for Get Creative, and very, very cool builds nonetheless. Articulating the word tiny. We gave you guys, the challenge was to give you guys one word, and that was the word tiny, and see what you guys can build. And you guys really came through and made some cool builds this month. But there can only be one winner. The winner of Get Creative this month is going to be Kim Pope for her tiny structures and biomes. A very, very cool build. Thank you very much. This was first shown off at the beginning of the video. Actually, funnily enough, was the first submission that we had. And we saw so many cool tiny structures and tiny biomes. Absolutely blown away by the amount of dedication to get all this done. You've got tiny woodland mansions, you've got tiny ancient cities, tiny shipwrecks, tiny desert, tiny mushroom island, which I personally love. Yeah, every biome, we've got structures, drip zone caves, we've got ocean ruins, all of that stuff. And then I guess the piece of resistance to top it off was a giant zombie. I wonder what they're called. Are they all called Gary still? I'm not sure. I think I named them all Gary. Anyway, very, very cool. Kim, thank you for your submissions. Everyone, I really appreciate all of the submissions. Had an absolute blast this month revealing all of your build competition entries. Next month's theme. So if you guys want to see next month's build competition submissions,
subscribe and like the video.